aldermen can sit on the city council and they may have diametrically opposed political views, but we sit and we talk to each other. We have dinner with each other before the meetings, and it works well because we don't get into those things.
Right.
But if we allow partisanship to creep into the system and we start talking about social issues, I truly believe that our ability to function is going to deteriorate, and before you know it, it will be, in fact, have to become a partisan form of government where you have Democrats and Republicans running for positions rather than nonpartisan, say, caucus nominated candidates.
Stu, is that what's happening now with these two aldermen that are sitting it out? Isn't that what they said? They're going to sit this one out? It may not be Democrat or Republican, but it's male, female. Is that what's happening?
I don't know. That's what's happening. I just think if you're a sitting alderman, mayor, whatever, and you've gone through the process, you should be supporting the process. That's how they got there. If you want to vote for someone else, that's fine. That's your personal prerogative. But if you need to support the process that got you there, and that's just my opinion. But I don't know why they're sitting in.
Well, I mean, Doctor, you were an alderman. Was there any? Can you fathom anything that we say, you know what, I'm not going to vote for this, or I'm going to sit this one out. Or is that abstain? I don't know, but you're not taking a stand.
What I will say is, when I was an alderman, I was a big supporter of the caucus process, even though I would argue, and other people would argue, maybe even using me as an example, that the process doesn't always work perfectly. I mean, some people who get a position don't function terribly well in that position, but that doesn't mean the process is bad. It just means that it's imperfect, right? And why is it imperfect? Scu has spoken about this many times. It's imperfect because people are imperfect. And even though you try to select people who will perform well, they don't always do so. But there's a solution to that. It's not getting rid of the caucus. It's sort of doubling down on the caucus process and saying, hey, this needs to stay a meritocracy, because the more you weaken it and the more you bring other things in, the more likely you are to get a product coming out that doesn't really meet the standard.